Okay, Breaking Bad episode 13 titled Face Off, in which it has a double meaning to it in hindsight of Breaking Bad season 4, where this is the stunning death of Gus in the whole amazing, or whatever you want to call it, stunning ending where Gus walks out of the bomb and half of his face is gone, and you're wondering, holy shit, and basically then he passes out, and it's like, in going back and reading the director's commentary, there's like a whole breakdown of how they actually did this whole shot, and they had to do like 20 takes because they had to make things perfectly, and it was like, you see half of a man's skull and half of a man's like face, and it's basically, he's like Two-Face from Batman. That's exactly what he is, and basically that's hence the title Face Off, where between the battle between Jesse and the battle between Gus and Walt, and the whole thing where you realize in the end of what Walt has done. He's poisoned the kid, and basically he's manipulated Jesse. He's lied to Jesse to get him back in his face, and the whole thing with Skyler. It's like, Walt, what happened? And he won. And Walt won, and he beat Gus because Gus was taken down by his own pride, and that's the show is all about. It's about pride. And finally Gus has his weakness, and Gus's weakness is the death of his friend 15 years ago, and by a man who's still alive, the Bell, and of course it happens to be the great Bell monster with the ringing bell character that we've known so well from season 2, and who basically is the guy who killed his friend, and that's Gus's weak spot, and his own pride of like not taking care of this guy a long time ago and making him, and torturing this guy to no end because of what he's done, and will be the end of Gus. And Walt does win, and you're wondering, where's Mike? What happened to Mike? He got shot in Mexico and he hasn't been back. What's going to happen in the next season when Gus is dead and the whole Enterprise is taken down? And you're like, you're left with more questions to answer, and you're left like wondering whether you have any sort of soul left in yourself as a viewer. Like if you root for Walt of what Walt has done, like he poisoned the kid to get his way, and he manipulated a good guy to get his way as well. And you're like, is this guy like the worst human being in the world? Perhaps the worst in television history, who knows? But that's debatable because he's the main character, and because we learned to like him in the beginning, we'll learn to root for him. He's like you know what I mean? That's what audiences is all about, and that's what the magic of storytelling, where we root for these characters because, for whatever reason, because they're the main character, and that's what we're used to doing. That's my review for Face Off Breaking Bad season 4.